Tunnel Crew. Please give a warm welcome to Stacks, Aggie P, Rooftop, TP, and Big T.
What is happening, everybody? And once again, it is time for the number one, the best,
The best.
the greatest,
The greatest?
you know,
Mm-hmm.
you know, I'm not bragging.
No.
A sports talk show in the land, in the world,
In the world.
you know, in the universe,
In all the
in God's
universe.
great creation.
Yes,
you know?
yes.
Everywhere. You
Yes,
know,
he's
I mean,
the originator.
y'all know I'm a Star Wars fan. You know, you can get in the Millennium Falcon, go light speed, fly anywhere you want to. And Han Solo will still be listening to the crossover.
Right. Is the crossover on yet?
He'll still be listening to the crossover. He'll say, I done been everywhere and ain't found nothing
Nothing.
better than that.
Not like the crossover.
May have found something just as good,
Mm-hmm.
but nothing better.
Nothing.
You know what I'm saying? Nothing better.
Nothing measures up.
We're
We
back.
set the standard.
We set the standard. There
Amen.
you go. Let them raise up a standard against them. Hey, we are back, y'all. It's been a month.
God, I
well,
missed
I'm sorry. 3 weeks.
3 weeks.
Been a month for me.
Right.
Which, hey, by the way, appreciate you, brother, filling in for
Yes,
me.
sir. Thank you, sir.
Radar did a great job filling in when I was out before we took our break.
Yes.
And then, so I missed that week a month ago.
Right.
And then we were off
Right.
as the crew
Yes.
for 3 weeks straight. So we're back.
Back on the field.
I mean, you know. And so let me go ahead and introduce to everybody. Those who have been listening for a while, you know us.
Yes.
But those who are new, we gotta tell you who we are. We gotta introduce the crew.
Absolutely.
And so we're gonna start with our Aggies. We're gonna start with
So
them
appropriate.
A and T, the illustrious
The illustrious?
A and T Aggies.
Yes.
We're gonna
Yes.
start with my man. He's in the man cave right now. If you're watching on YouTube, got the Aggies logo on the wall. He's a Giants fan too. Got
Yes.
the New York Giants logo on the wall. None other than Aggie P is in the house. AP, what is up?
Aggie B.
Glad to be back, Tunnel Crew.
Yes, sir.
Aggie Pride is nationwide.
And nationwide.
Nationwide.
I hope y'all heard it. Heard it loud and clear.
We heard it. We just don't believe it. As
Hey,
we
No,
know.
right. Not at this moment. Not at
Hey,
this moment.
you the only one who don't believe it, man.
There you go. Hey, and then we got Mama, the first lady,
The first
doctor,
lady. Mm-hmm.
the entrepreneur.
Well.
She's back in school.
Okay.
Got to deal with all those kids. Fortunately, she know how to get them straight like the first week.
Right.
Hey, maybe even the first day. The first day, so she don't ever have any problems out of her kids.
Right.
We're talking about none of the TP. She is definitely in the house. TP, what's up?
TP.
Blessings on blessings on blessings.
Boy,
It's so good to be back. Blessings on blessings.
boy, that's what I'm talking about. It's not a show without that. The blessings on blessings.
I missed that.
I can
know.
do without it.
Not a show.
If we're all
Listen
putting in
to
our
him.
input, I can do without
I can
it.
do without it.
Oh, see. Okay.
All right, then we're gonna jump to my
You know,
left.
when you mentioned my
I'm sorry,
when you
go ahead.
mentioned my children, Radar forgot that he was one of them.
Oh! This is just somebody, did she, Stats?
I don't know. He got the Elon shirt on. You know.
Oh yeah, he trying. Oh,
Right.
He's trying to distance
yeah.
himself from A&T.
Just a little bit.
You know.
Oh, wait a minute. Move the microphones. I didn't see that, Big T.
Didn't they just play Elon?
They did.
Are you serious?
Hey, what was the score of that, Radar?
Okay.
I'm waiting on my law school application to come back.
Can y'all believe this? Can y'all believe this? Yeah, look at him.
Yeah.
For those of you watching on YouTube, he's standing up in the studio. He got an Elon t-shirt on.
What was the score? 27 to 16?
My
Yeah,
goodness.
I don't. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Anyway,
neither here nor
introduce yourself, Radar Charles,
Narrow
to the
is
people.
the way
Narrow
when
is the way.
you scored 27 points to win the day.
There you go.
Yes, sir.
Thank you for that introduction. Big T, welcome back.
Yeah,
and
thank
I'm
you, sir.
glad to be
Appreciate
here
it.
with the Aggies.
Thank you.
The
Thank
Aggies are so illustrious, and I'm glad they're here tonight because they have always withstood the storm that has come up against them in their illustrious university.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
All right, and then
Did you go to GTCC? Did you go to GTCC?
Man, hey, I'm telling you, if you rile them up, you're in trouble, man.
Oh yeah.
You're in trouble.
Yes, sir.
So you better be careful.
I am.
All right, and then closer to my left, he's got an Orioles, and he's not an Orioles fan. He's a Dodgers fan.
Is this Bob Marley?
But he's decked out in Orioles gear. So what's up, bro? Turn your mic up, man. Somebody get a man some volume. Get a man some. They don't want you to speak, bro.
Yeah.
They don't want you to speak, bro.
Hey,
There you go.
for the record,
Orioles
are my American League team.
Oh, so you one of those?
No, I watch baseball.
I got
every
an
day.
NFC team and an AFC
No,
team.
it's baseball.
Uh-huh.
Now in the NFL, I have one team.
One team.
It's the Cowboys.
The Cowboys. All right.
Now baseball is every day,
Okay.
and so the Dodgers be off some days. And I watch the
So you got to have somebody to root for when they off.
Exactly.
Okay.
So now I'm supporting the Orioles. They should win the division. They play tonight.
Okay.
They should win.
They should. All right. So that's Stats, our baseball guru. We're going to jump back across the other side of the board and introduce none other than the Birdman, the guy that runs the board, keeps us on time, plays the buffers.
Yes.
Bird.
No
what's up?
others.
Ain't nobody like me except me.
Hey, that's true about all of us, man. I like that.
I like that.
But hey, can't we all claim that?
We are.
We're all unique.
Yes, in our own special
Hey,
way.
even if we're a mess.
Yes.
The Bible says,
There's
touch
only
not
one of
thy
us.
prophet's anointing.
Oh, you're a prophet.
Yeah, you know. Hey.
3 weeks old, baby.
This is 3 weeks old. He done became a prophet.
He done got certified.
He done became. Hey, the Lord talked to him while he was gone. He said, "When you go back
Yeah.
to the studio, I got some stuff for
He did
you."
it
Just look at the
time.
first name.
I ain't mad
Isaiah.
at him.
Say you ain't mad at him. Claim it.
I'm not mad at him.
Claim it. All right. Well, hey, listen up, everybody. Together, we are the Tunnel Crew, watching everything that happens inside and outside the tunnel, leading to the lines of competition in the world of sports. Coming up tonight on this edition of the Crossover, we're going to be talking college football because they've been in action for, I think 3 weeks now, close to a month now, something like that. Well, if you count that 0 week, it's probably been about a month now. But, they got the 0 week. And NFL has been going on for 2 weeks. We're going into week 3 this week. We missed all of this stuff while we were off, as far as being able to talk about it. So we're going to get a chance to talk about it tonight. But tonight, this show is going to be the first ever Shoot the Breeze edition of the Crossover. Shoot the breeze. So all we're going to do is throw the things out there and let y'all talk. Because we got to talk.
We got to chop it.
And I know we ate up a ton of info. I mean, we ate up a ton of time with the intros, but that's because we've been off so long. You know what I'm saying? We've been off so long.
I miss my
pleasantries out the way.
Yeah, we had to have some fun,
Fellowship.
man. We had to have some fun. Yes. So we're going to do the first ever Shoot the Breeze edition of the Crossover. We're going to be shooting the breeze tonight. Like I said, simply going to toss some topics out there and let the crew shoot the breeze. All right? So let's go ahead and get at it. We're going to start with our hot topics, and basically it's the whole show. Hot topics, a whole show. The entire show, we're going to be hot topics up, hot topics down.
All the way.
Hot topics all around.
Hurry up offense.
There you go. Rapid fire. All right, rapid fire. So y'all ready?
No subs.
Y'all ready?
We ready.
Yes, sir.
All right, here we go. NFL, like we said, kicked off. We had opening game of the season, Chiefs, Lions. Lions pulled off a big upset by 1 point, beating the Chiefs at home, taking the champs down.
Did they really?
They did, man. What are you talking about? Did they really?
Because you beat a less than perfect Chiefs team.
Yeah, they were.
It would have
they were
been
missing
different
guys.
with Travis
They were
Kelce
missing
and
guys.
them.
They were missing guys.
Come on.
They were
But
missing
they're
guys.
still the champs,
They're
right?
the champs.
They're champs.
You got to knock the champs out, and they did. They went in their house and knocked them out. All right.
That's big.
That was big. Did anybody expect that?
No,
I
not me.
expected
No.
it.
Here we go.
I expected it.
Oh,
They should have lost to Jacksonville.
God, you.
But that's just my personal opinion.
that was 6
We
months
in church.
ago.
I don't
Stats.
care.
We in church
They should've
now.
lost to
Don't do
He
that.
told me they should have lost that. That was 6 months
They
ago.
still should have lost. I watched the whole game. They played horrible.
That was 6
And
months
they
ago.
got away with it.
Okay. All right. Well, okay. So that was the one that kicked us off. Then we had Birds, Eagles. They're
No,
2-0.
we don't have to talk about them.
Yeah,
right
the
now.
Eagles are
We don't
2-0,
have
but
to.
they hadn't looked great. but they 2-0.
Y'all still haven't lost.
That's an accomplishment. That's
Here's
an
the thing:
accomplishment.
when you got teams that know that you're playing and you played a full year, you have to find your identity. And I'm giving them the benefit of the doubt on offense. Defense is just injuries. You just got to execute. Offense, they know what you're going to do on defense, Jalen. They know what you're going to do. So we got to try to find something to change up.
Okay. All right. Well, hey, we're gonna
Bird.
Oh, go ahead.
You better take that 2-0, Bird.
Take it.
Exactly.
I mean, hey,
It's NFL. It's football, man. I don't care who you play. Any given Sunday, it can go either way. Take your 2-0 and be happy, brother.
it's hard to win, man. It's hard to win. Man.
I'm
Make it
happy
look
with
easy.
2-0.
It's
Y'all make
hard
it
to
look
win.
easy.
He just don't like how they
No,
got it.
Yeah, I don't like how we got
it
it.
sounds like you just not,
Because I'm
Hate
a
it,
real,
brother.
I'm a
Hate it.
realist fan, Aggie P. Like I can talk junk about my team and still be happy about what I'm doing.
Hey, Aggie P, this is how he feeling.
Yeah.
He feeling like they driving a
Jalopy?
Maserati and it broke down and they pushing it and they still getting they still getting to where they have to go, but they had to push it there.
Right.
That's what he's feeling like.
We leaving money on the
And it's
table.
still a Maserati.
That's right.
Yeah,
He don't
you're
like the
okay.
fact they're on the side of the road pushing
all right.
it. So anyway,
At least they don't have a receiver and Trayvon Diggs out for the year already.
there you go. And I'm glad
Already?
you mentioned that because we get ready to talk about your boys. The Cowboys off to a 2-0 start. Some people think they're the most impressive 2-0, winning 40-0 over the Giants in week 1, 30-10 over the Jets last week, 70-10 in the 2-0
Jets
game.
stink.
70-10.
So I asked you
They're the
stats. Stats. Who are you playing? Who are you
We're
playing
playing
right
the
now?
Jets.
Who are you
I
playing?
mean, that wasn't even a game. If Aaron Rodgers would have played, it would have went differently, probably.
Thank you.
No, it wouldn't.
It
You're
would
the
have been
first-
much closer.
No,
I'm
not
gonna tell you.
Much
necessarily.
closer.
Yeah.
Much
Hey.
closer.
Not necessarily.
I'm gonna tell you why it wouldn't.
Revenge.
He was running for his life
Yeah.
in the first 4
That's
plays,
true.
man.
That's true.
I was like, this offensive line is trash.
So it could have been a revenge game. You're right. It could have been.
So, hey, speaking of him, he 4 plays gone,
Gone.
gone for the gone
Bye-bye.
for the season.
Bye bye.
And Derek Love is outplaying Aaron Rodgers, all of the starters right now. Everybody tried to play me last year, didn't they, Birdman?
Yes, they did.
But Derek Love is showing improvement, averaging 2 touchdowns per game at least.
And that's
Jordan
why they
Love.
lost to
Jordan
the
Love.
Falcons. That's why they lost to the Falcons.
Hey, 4
Hey,
plays.
we're not
with
going to talk
3
about the past.
touchdowns.
Don't talk about the past. We looking forward to the future, all right?
Green
Right,
Man,
That's
Green
my
Man got
point.
nothing.
Exactly,
Green
Birdman.
Man got nothing.
4 plays, y'all. The man is out. But you know what I like? He went on the Pat McAfee show. And, he went on, and they said, because they talking about there's a chance he might be back for the playoffs. I said, number one, the Jets got to make the playoffs.
They ain't gonna make the playoffs.
First. But then they were asking him, do you think it's possible? He said, well, I mean, I don't like to, say stuff like that.
Okay.
He said, but give me the doubts. He said, give me the doubts. He said, because, I want people to watch what I do. And then they asked him, so is it possible to be back for the playoffs? He said, well, like Kevin Garnett said, anything is possible.
Yeah, but they're not making it. What do you mean?
Man, Aaron Rodgers
Y'all
is
ain't
the
going
most
nowhere.
arrogant dude.
He is, man, with one
So
Super Bowl win.
He's the most arrogant guy.
So arrogant.
Oh, man.
One?
Hey,
One. That's it.
hey, the Panthers are 0-2.
That's not shocking.
And little bitty,
Bryce
little
Young.
bitty Bryce Young look like a little 10-year-old
Over there
out
licking
there.
his wounds.
Hey, he getting beat up.
Hey, TP did call it though. She said
Yeah.
it's a rookie season for him.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what happens. You're a
He's
rookie.
struggling. He's struggling. Hey, we're going to continue to talk a lot of things that we missed over the last month. When we come back, we're going to let Radar
All right.
turn him loose with some WNBA, turn Stats loose with some MLB. Then we'll get back into the NFL. You're listening to the first ever Shoot the Breeze edition of the Crossover.
Support for WLJF programming is provided by Love and Faith Christian Fellowship, equipping the saints to do the work of ministry. Love and Faith Christian Fellowship, one church in 2 locations, in Kernersville at 521 Cinema Drive and in Greensboro at 4344 Blackberry Road. For more information, call 336-632-0205 or visit www.loveandfaith.org. WLJF programming is supported by New Beginnings Christian Bookstore with best-selling authors and artists, Bibles, gifts, and homeschool materials, building relationships, enhancing lives through Christian products. New Beginnings Christian Bookstore, located at 4344 Blackberry Road in Greensboro. For more information, call 336-632-0205 or visit www.newbeginningbook.com.
Do you have questions concerning life issues? Tune in to What's the Answer, a live call-in talk show that will give you answers based on the Word of God. Join Pastor Michael Thomas, Pastor Daryl Beatty, and Bishop Leroy George every Friday at 11 a.m. on 100.7 WLJF.
Hello, this is James Roberts.
And Karen Roberts, personal trainers, lifestyle coaches, and motivational speakers.
Please join us each week on WLJF 100.7 FM each Tuesday at 11 a.m. for our show, Living Fit, where we will be talking about everything from your health from childhood to adulthood, where we will be doing what really matters in your life and talking good health that you'll be able to do for the rest of your life. Thank you so much.
Hey, everybody, welcome back to the crossover, the first ever Shoot the Breeze edition of the show. And we hope you're watching live on YouTube right now. And if you're not, man, what are you doing? What are you doing? Go to YouTube, look for the Love and Faith Radio YouTube channel, go to the Crossover Sports Show, click on it, like, share, and subscribe to it. Tell everybody you know about it. Catch us Thursday nights, 7 p.m. YouTube. All right, then you can also listen to us online at WLGFradio.com. Be sure to click the Listen Live tab once you get there. And you can also download the Love and Faith 100.7 WLGF app. You can find it on Google Play and the iTunes Store. You can mix it up with us on social media. Go to Facebook at Love and Faith Radio. Be sure to post your questions and comments and anything you want to say there. You can also go to Twitter at Love Faith Radio, Instagram, Love and Faith Radio, and you can call us here in the studio. We got a telephone line. Bird will pick up. He will talk to you. He won't insult you. He won't make you feel bad.
No,
you know.
no.
Now, if you call him up and say, "Bird, the Eagles stink,"
Yeah, he might respond.
you know, he might get a little prickly. You know, he might get a little prickly.
Just a little bit.
But, you know, he'll still get you. He'll still put you up. You know, he'll still put you up.
Yes.
So that number is 336-387-0562. Call us up. 336-387-0562. Radar. The WNBA report, because they in the playoffs, my brother.
My man sounded like Nelly when he said,
That's right. They in the playoffs.
What's popping tonight?
Break it down. Tell us what's going on with the WNBA playoffs.
I'm glad you asked. I'm glad you brought it up because
Yes,
I was caught off guard by one of my fake fan club members on
Lord.
here.
Yeah. Who's out there talking to us
On
tonight?
social media?
On social
Because I was
media,
getting a lot of love.
Yes,
at
let
first.
us know what they're saying on social media.
Please don't interrupt me,
TP
please.
must know
What they
something.
You know what? I thought people from the illustrious A&T would know not to interrupt me during my presentation, but that's neither here nor there.
TP must know something.
You know what? Anyway, Fletcher said good afternoon, Tunnel Crew.
up?
He was showing love bright and early on the show. I said what's up to Small Wonder, what's up to B. Smith, what's up to Talking for Fun. Those are usually starting 5 members on the Tunnel Crew
You giving
thread
everybody some dap?
when they coming on there showing us some love. And then TP came in here all late chiming in talking about Radar is a traitor for going for Elon against A&T. What
Traitor.
happened to you and Birdman going for
Traitor.
GTCC?
You traitor.
First of all, I went to GTCC before I've applied to law school at Elon. That's my stepping stone school. If she was a real professor, she would know about that. But that's neither here nor there. We're getting a lot of love on the Tunnel Thread crew.
There you go, brother.
Yes, absolutely.
There you go.
And two, also, I wanted to point out that this Rastafarian right here beside me, I thought it was Bob Marley, but it was Stats that came in here And I just wanted
Bob
to give
Marley.
Yeah, I just wanted to let y'all know that in my head, I was looking at the fact that when you look at the transitioning of teams getting better, it's just something to behold how everything is up for grabs now.
Yeah.
So, and that's what I love about the sport.
Okay.
And then for us to have those 3 weeks off and then come back together and us to get this love online for the exception of TP.
With the exception of TP.
I feel pretty good about myself.
Nah, see, TP just keeping you straight.
Right.
You know, hey, the truth hurts. You know? So she just keeping you in line. That's all.
You're
The
absolutely
truth
correct.
will make you free.
You're
The
absolutely
truth
correct,
will
sir.
make you free.
And you know, judging by that 0-3 record for A&T, it seems like a lot of them players on academic
man.
probation.
Hey,
And she had the
said
nerve to
anything.
put. She had the nerve to put
They
my
have a lot
name
of
in the
players
comment.
on-
My
I
team
never
on
had
the
any
3-0.
expectations for A&T season. I never said they were going to win any games at all.
Right.
I never said that.
Now listen, I live with an Aggie. Y'all now, chill
never
out
mind.
now.
Excuse me.
Chill
Sorry
out.
about that.
Busting the Aggies' chops.
Yeah, this is the first year in a new conference.
It is.
Again.
They're going to be all right.
Again.
Yeah.
Oh
They gonna
Lord,
be all
no! Stop stats.
Why
I've
they
heard
keep
that.
changing
No,
the
I've
rules?
heard
They
that
gonna be all
excuse
right.
this
They need to
time
stop
last
Birdman,
year.
don't you dare.
I heard that
Birdman,
excuse
don't you dare.
last year.
Don't you
The
dare.
Queen said that last
Birdman,
year.
don't you
Coaching,
dare.
all
Yes,
that.
And I'm glad you said that, Birdman. Speaking of going back and forth, Sabrina Ionescu right now is poised to take a run at the WNBA championship right now.
Okay, which team?
She's playing with the New York Liberty right now.
Okay, good.
They went 2-0. They beat out their first round. The Dallas Wings beat out their first round 2-0.
Oh, Dallas is good in basketball?
Dallas is good. They beat out the Atlanta
They are
Dream.
good,
Oh, wow.
Yes, Dallas the Wings,
The
man.
Wings,
Pay
man.
attention. Pay
Okay.
attention. There's more things
They
in life
come
than
on TV. I
basketball.
saw they were on
baseball.
TV the other day.
Absolutely.
Hey, they put the flap down on
The
you.
flap down on them.
Hey, I'm very impressed by Dallas the way they just came up.
They came up 2-0. They didn't.
Right.
They didn't play with them. And then the Sun,
down.
Connecticut Sun,
Oh, my goodness.
won their series against Washington, and then Las Vegas, of course, made light work
Of course, yeah.
their opponent.
That's just light work right there.
Yes, thank you so much.
Lightweight.
And then Dewana Bonner, I'm gonna close out with this. She made the all-time scoring list by making 1,000 points in the WNBA playoffs.
There you go.
And that was astronomical because she's on the list with Tarasi, Catchings,
That's a lot of points.
Swoop,
Yep.
Candace Parker. So
All the
I just
greats.
wanted to end with that because right now with the playoffs coming to a head quickly,
You know?
by the end of September, we're going to be looking at the finals.
Okay.
So I just wanted to bring y'all up to speed on that.
You could have stopped the Swoops, man, because that's to
That-
me,
right,
Swoops
right.
is the
Swoops,
only play.
Swoops.
I mean, I got respect for all of them,
Absolutely.
but I love some Cheryl Swoops.
Man,
boy.
she really did her work back in the 80s.
Wait a minute, it wasn't that far back.
No, it's the 80s.
I thought it was the 90s.
Swoops was the
He
90s?
said the 80s.
You know, I remember her being on Sports Illustrated. You know, I didn't know they gave her
Man, you
that on
done
the
took
90s.
away back.
Yeah, I don't know. My bad.
All right, stats. Give us the MLB report, my friend.
All right, so this one, it's not about the Orioles necessarily. It's about Weird Wade. I'll get to that. The hunt for Ranger or Red October, and the
There we go.
Tigers and Buccos. Okay, pennant race update. Weird Wade, veteran starting pitcher Wade Miley, had been the subject of conversation in my household before. I spoke to my roommate about my general surprise about the length of his career because he's a finesse pitcher who throws barely above 93, 94 miles an hour on a good day. And he's lasted for 13 years in the major leagues, though. It came to a forefront on Thursday afternoon when he faced St. Louis for the 10th time in his big league career. He had a really weird pattern of winning one time against St. Louis, then losing the next time, and then he wins again. But it broke this time. He beat him twice this year. Miley's a 36-year-old native Louisianan. My initial impression of him in 2013 was that he was trash. But he's proved me very wrong by eating innings in the major leagues.
Trash.
And on top of this, he gets revenge on teams the second time he faces them in the season. He's beaten the Cardinals once before this year, did it again today, just like his Cardinal counterpart who took the loss today, Miles Michaelis. When the Brewers play the Cardinals, the better team usually wins. The Brewers' magic number shrink to 3. It's 2 if the Cubs fall again tonight. It looked like for weeks the Cubs wanted the final wild card, that the Reds, Marlins, and D-backs would play themselves out of contention. The latter 3 all had lost 3 games or more multiple times this year. And they started taking similar patterns around Labor Day. The D-backs were the first to snap themselves out the funk. They started playing above 500 after a doubleheader stomping to the Padres. Late August, they bludgeoned the Cubs twice in Chicago and at home. Then the Marlins, they followed suit. They left Texas after getting swept. They swept the Braves. The Braves weren't playing for anything, so they were already mentally on vacation. They clinched the division. The Reds have been horrible. They win 1 or 2 games for every 5 or 6 that they lose. They've been losing to bipolar offenses like the Marlins
Reds.
and the Twins. And the rookie studs, Ellie De La Cruz and Spencer Steer, have gone ice cold at the plate. It does look like the Reds are headed for 500 year. Calling up rookies at the end of the season in a pennant race doesn't make sense, especially when you're starting them. Maybe next year for the Reds. Texas played really, really bad, beat up on the Fish. After they beat them up, they lost 8 in a row, and they lost their stud, Max Scherzer, for a year after they acquired him from the Mets. It's like the Mets knew he was going to get hurt. It's so sneaky.
Probably did.
Things didn't get any better in
always
Cleveland.
gets hurt.
Yeah, he does. Then they came home and they played the Red Sox, a team with the worst bullpen. That went okay. They went 2 out of 3. The bad part, they didn't gain any ground on Houston or Seattle. Those 3 teams are jammed up in the AL West. It's going to come down to the last day of the season probably there. The Tigers and Buccos, these 2 teams have been an odyssey for me following over them the last few years. I've been tricked into thinking both clubs are going to put together complete seasons and contend for the playoffs. Just for them to crash and burn after the All-Star break. Or in mid-June if you're the Pirates. Regardless of this, both teams find ways to beat teams with relatively good records. The Pirates did to my Dodgers twice.
And wait a minute. I got to jump in for somebody. Hey, man, what about them Braves?
Hey,
I don't care about them teams, man. What about the Braves?
NL East Division champions. I already said that. They clinched it. They're not playing no more meaningful games for 2 weeks. But the Pirates did beat the Braves and Phillies this year. Despite being unable to win those series, they won games on home and on the road against them. The Tigers won a game apiece against the Twins and Dodgers. They beat Minnesota 4 or 5 times. But the Twins did clinch the division thanks to Max Kepler bouncing back. He's hitting 250 this year, not 210, which is much better. And these 2 teams, the Pirates and Buccos, both have promise. The question remains, will their front office get some starting pitching in there to help these teams?
Yeah.
Because they can hit every year, and they can't pitch worth a darn. Which is why their records end up being bad. I hope you all enjoyed the final regular season edition of Stats MLB Report. That's the final regular season edition. Orioles take on the Guardians tonight. 1.5 games separating, or 3.5 games separating the division between them and the Rays.
I'm so glad you said darn.
Yeah, I was gonna say. I'm glad.
You was close, my boy. You was close.
I know.
Hey, he was using all kinds of bludgeon and I was like, man, this is sounding real violent.
Right? It was violent. Chicago got violent in Chicago.
Stomped them.
Really violent.
I was like, are we talking about
Tales from the Crypt?
The boys in the hood.
Wow. Oh man. Well, hey, thanks Stats for the Major League Baseball report. We thank you, Radar, for the WNBA report. We really appreciate it. Hey, we know that y'all are enjoying this. We hope you're laughing as much as we are, and you can catch us online right here on YouTube. First and foremost, go to the Love and Faith Radio YouTube page. Be sure to like, share, subscribe to the Crossover Sports Show. Tell all your friends and family about it. You can also catch us online at WLJFradio.com. Be sure to click the Listen Live tab when you get there. You can also download the 100.7 WLJF app. It's available on Google Play and in the iTunes Store. When we come back, we're going to continue to talk about all the stuff we missed while we were off. We're going to wrap it all up in our question of the day. You're listening to The Crossover.
Support for WLJF programming is provided by Love and Faith Christian Fellowship, equipping the saints to do the work of ministry. Love and Faith Christian Fellowship, one church in 2 locations, in Kernersville at 521 Cinema Drive and in Greensboro at 4344 Blackberry Road. For more information, call 336-632-0205 or visit www.loveandfaith.org. WLJF programming is supported by New Beginnings Christian Bookstore with best-selling authors and artists, Bibles, gifts, and homeschool materials, building relationships, enhancing lives through Christian products. New Beginnings Christian Bookstore, located at 4344 Blackberry Road in Greensboro. For more information, call 336-632-0205 or visit www.newbeginningbook.com.
Hi, this is Jesse Gaither with Financial Destiny Incorporated, a nonprofit consumer credit counseling agency. please join me on Mondays from 11 to 11:30 for Empowered to Prosper. During this time, brothers and sisters, you will learn how to activate and apply systems, principles, and laws of God's kingdom that really will help you become better financial stewards of what's already entrusted into your hands. We're going to cover debt elimination, credit repair, credit building, student loan modification, even home buying. We're going to cover home buying, brothers and sisters. And brothers and sisters, there's a lot of free money out there. One of my favorite topics is knowing your own financial number. How powerful is that? And stay tuned on Mondays from 11 to 11:30 a.m. for the Empowered to Prosper show. We're going to empower you to prosper financially God's way.
WLJF FM, Greensboro.
All right, welcome back to the first ever Shoot the Breeze edition of the crossover. And we hope you're listening to us online on YouTube. We hope you're watching us on YouTube. For those of you who are, make sure you like, share, subscribe, tell everybody about it. And you can find us on the Love and Faith Radio YouTube page or channel. And like I said, subscribe to the Crossover Sports Show on the Love and Faith Radio YouTube channel and tell everybody you know about it. Then you can catch us on line at WLJFradio.com. Be sure to click the Listen Live tab when you get there. You can download the 100.7 WLJF app. It's found on Google Play and in the iTunes Store. Come on over to social media and post your questions and comments on Facebook at Love and Faith Radio. Also on Twitter at Love Faith Radio. Instagram, Love and Faith Radio. And you can call us here in the studio. The phone number is 336-387-0562. That phone line again is 336-387-0562.
Sound like a telephone.
Yeah, I was trying to just mix it up a little bit, sing there, even though I can't sing. All right, so here we go. Let's get back into the NFL right quick. We're going to wrap the NFL up because we got a lot of college football to talk about. Our question of the day, and it's going to encompass all of this, is your favorite sports moment over the last month. Tunnel Crew, your favorite sports moment. So in the NFL, we've got 7 teams in NFC that are 2-0. Only 2 teams in the AFC that are 2-0. So a total of 9 teams are still undefeated. That 7 for the NFC is the most ever for any conference in a single season. So we're making history again. You know, I mean, no conference has ever started with 7 teams being 2-0 in the first 2 weeks of the season. So congratulations there. And hey, got to give a little love to those Washington Commanders who had an 18-point comeback against Denver and won the game 35-33 because the Hail Mary, was completed, but then the 2-point conversion was not. So that held on there. And then Aggie P's Giants, after losing 40-0 week 1 to the Cowboys, fell behind 28-7 in the third and won 31-28. So they basically outscored the guys 24-0 after they fell down 28-7. So Aggie P, congratulations. Aggie P's boys play tonight. Daniel Jones is 1-10 as a starter in primetime games.
Can he win today? Please?
1-10. No, he won't.
It's the worst record since the merger, Aggie P, so hopefully he can turn that around tonight. And so that's pretty much it for the NFL. We're going to jump into college football now, where the talk of the town, of course, is Deion Sanders, the Colorado Buffaloes. They're 3-0. And, Shedeur Sanders in particular, first game, 510 yards, 4 touchdowns, 0 picks, 80%, 200 passer rating. Ooh, 200. You don't hear numbers like that. Hey, then they whipped Nebraska, and he was 74% completion, and he threw for 348 yards, 4 touchdowns, 1 pick, and 393 yards, 2 touchdowns, 0 picks in the other game. And man, this guy's just going off. So he's the Heisman favorite right now. And I don't know why all these teams are talking trash to him. I mean, you got coaches coming out, Nebraska's coach Matt Rule used to be here with the Panthers. Let his guys go out there and dance on the buffalo and all that stuff. That was disrespectful. And then you had the Colorado State coach Norvell, saying, "Hey, I was taught when you're talking to grown-ups, take your hat off and your shades off."
Right.
And so, Deion said, "Oh, well, we'll see them on the field." And they almost beat the Buffaloes.
That was bad.
They almost beat them.
That's not a
double
good look.
overtime.
That
That's
wasn't
not a good look.
But why all the disrespect is what I want to know. So
Yeah.
so Tunnel Crew, you got Clemson lost to Duke first game of the season.
I love it.
I love it.
I loved it.
And then
I'm
they struggled.
enthralled.
Then they struggled for a half against a terrible team. I can't remember who it was.
Was it South Carolina
That's
State?
South Carolina State.
Charleston.
That's Charleston State.
Charleston
somebody.
Southern.
Hey, whoever.
Yeah.
It was hey, Birdman State University.
Oh, Lord.
But they struggled. And then Bama lost to Tennessee. And last week they went out
Texas.
against
Texas. They also Texas.
I mean, I'm sorry, Texas. Thank you, sir. Last week they went out against South Florida. Put 17 points on the board. Now they won, but they put 17 points on the board. This is the thing, though. 107 total yards of offense.
It's pretty horrible.
107 total yards of offense. So, hey, the Pac-12 got off to a 19-0 start. First time any conference has ever done that. Too bad they only got 2 schools left in the conference after this year.
Yeah.
I mean, so Tunnel Crew, all of that happened while we were off. So what's your favorite sports moment out of all of those things or anything else you saw? I mean, we had Coco Gauff winning, her first major, winning the U.S. Open.
That was huge.
Climbed to number 3 in the overall rankings.
Yes.
So Mahomes got a restructured contract.
That was big.
I mean,
Yes.
the dude got $210 million. Averaging 50-something million a year for the next 4 years.
Yes.
Highest in the NFL.
Yes.
I mean, they just keep.
It's just funny why he's bragging on TV about winning 2 Super Bowls when Brady had more than 2 and wasn't bragging on TV until he had like 3.
Yeah, well, Brady knows that his offensive line.
Yeah, you're right.
Hey, a little bit of cheat,
and his defense,
little bit of deflation game,
maybe a little bit of
rules,
a little bit of help.
Right.
Brady know he can't run around like
Right.
That part.
Exactly.
That part.
He know he needed some help.
Yeah.
Right.
So Tunnel Crew.
And also, too, guys, you got Sha'Carri Richardson, too.
Yes.
Running at 100 meters, man.
100
That's
meters?
a nice story. Yeah.
Touche.
All right, so hey, we shooting the breeze. So you just have it. You just toss your stuff out there and say what you think was your favorite sports story. So have at it. We're gonna take this whole segment and just let everybody just comment on whatever they want to talk about from the month we were off.
Can I kick this
Yeah,
off?
go ahead.
Because
bro.
I want to talk like Coach Prime for a minute.
Oh,
because
no.
Here we
it's
go.
time.
It's time.
It's time.
Oh boy.
Do you
here.
believe?
Yeah. Do you believe?
Do you believe?
Because your opinion of me ain't the opinion that I hold to myself.
Oh my
I like
goodness.
Do
know what
you
I'm saying?
believe?
Because I believe.
I do not.
I Birdman. I believe.
I don't.
I believe in Colorado, and I believe they're gonna do something this year.
Do you keep receipts, Coach Prime?
Oh, I keep receipts.
Oh, okay.
I keep them,
You keep receipts?
and I ain't going to the NFL right now
Okay.
because I can't teach them boys nothing.
Oh my.
I can't teach nobody that don't want to be taught.
Well, you said you're not letting your sons go in this. You do looked at the camera like,
Wait a
You
minute.
think you keeping me here?
Like, hold on.
You think you keeping me?
Oh, yeah, he's definitely going.
Yeah, that's what I said.
Okay.
But I know, Birdman did start it off, Tunnel Crew. And, the part that I love about all of this is the social media and the marketing behind and what Deion is doing.
Yep.
To change the game of college football, because the Colorado State game was the most watched college football game ever.
Mm-hmm. Think about that.
Ever.
Think about
time now. And then, the marketing he's doing with the glasses and, he's just a marketing machine, man. And he's benefiting very well from it, but, by his presence, bringing in the Hall of Fame coaches. Every day he's on social media, he's on the news, he's on 60 Minutes. I mean, it's all about Deion right now. And the thing I like most is that he's going to let you know that he loved the Lord in all of it.
Yep. Hey, I
When
can't
he got
turn.
he got a lot of critics coming against him, he don't take all that, this and that. He's like, I don't care, we coming.
Hey,
and this is the way it is.
And you know what? You can't turn on the TV now without seeing a commercial with it. I'm like, good gracious, another commercial with Deion?
Another?
That dude is everywhere.
Well, did you hear
Everywhere.
about him trademarking some certain stuff that he says, like Coach Prime and stuff? He filed for trademarks for that.
People have started using bull junk, so I hope he trademarked that, because there's actually people that say, man, I never used that phrase before, but now, I'm starting to use it. Bull junk. That's some bull junk, All right, well, next. Who's got next up on the
I'm gonna use
roll call?
I'm gonna use my my rooftop voice. Let me know when it get cold outside.
Oh yeah, he didn't already say he don't like the cold. I wonder if he gonna be coaching as
I'm
good.
telling
as
you, look, that Twitter feed gonna be dry when them hands get cold.
All right, next up, who's got a story they want to jump on?
Mine's is Caleb Williams.
Okay.
Did you see how many points USC scored?
Yeah.
More than Colorado.
USC is
way more.
They said way more.
That's all I'm gonna say about that.
But see, that's why he's tearing it up out there, because the problem with the Pac-12 is they can't play defense.
But it's fine though, because USC is the dark horse. No one's talking about us, which is good.
They're not.
No one talk about USC at all.
They talk about the quarterback enough, though.
USC's number what? 5?
Yeah.
No one's talking about him though, because Deion's still on the spotlight.
Deion's
which is
got it,
fine
man.
with me.
Yeah.
When we beat him up, the spotlight will be on us.
And I think this is
Hey,
the first,
Deion, take notes of this show, please.
say, hey, I'm taking receipts.
right. And I think this is the first time since back in Big T might cut me down for this.
No, man.
It's got to be the 80s when Darian Hagan and
Hey,
Tony
the 80s
Rice.
is off limits on this show, man. If you
The
go back
80s.
that far, we cutting it.
We
Now,
cutting it?
Oh, no. We don't talk the 80s.
Right.
No, I'm just playing.
I think that was a bad year for the Dolphins. I guess.
Hey, but they went undefeated back then.
Right, but
That
this
was
is the
the
first
70s.
This is the first time
70s.
you've seen multiple good quarterbacks in college football be competitive, and you can honestly put Sedor up against Caleb. Caleb against Penix.
Yeah.
Penix up against the guy coming out of UNC. Thank you, Drake May.
Drake
Yeah.
May, yep.
Drake May has been getting a lot of attention. He's been very proficient. So this is like the first time I've seen in a long time a lot of quarterbacks that look like they can go in and make an immediate impact.
And none of them are in the SEC. I thought I would throw that out there.
If I may jump in for a minute, because we heard all of the men on here.
Let's
so
give
I
TP
wanna,
a chance.
I want to be a gentleman, and I want to offer the floor to the mama, the doctor,
TP a
the
chance.
queen, because we ain't heard from her in a little bit. So you heard from everybody, all the men. It's time for the ladies to speak.
You heard from the dudes. It's time for the queen to speak.
Calm down, bro.
That's right. Go ahead, queen. The floor
Well,
is yours.
I was actually gonna say Sha'Carri.
There you go.
Because for one, I wanted to represent the women, but another reason is because I don't think y'all remember, but I said before she's gonna go away. When everything happened before, I said she's gonna go away for a while, and then she's gonna come back because that's what a PR team does.
Yep.
So her PR team did a great job. They got her out of the spotlight, had her to concentrate on track, and then when she came back, now one of the things that I do really like to see is, everybody kept thinking it was a bunch of friction between the USA and Jamaica. And I love how when she came back that she gave a shout out to, I cannot remember her name, but to the young lady who's older, who she always competes with, and gave her the respect and said, listen, this is somebody who I looked up to. And then she was shocked, the young lady from Jamaica was shocked because, she's considered an older track star now. So I really loved it. I felt it was full circle. I loved the picture at the end. And that was my favorite moment.
There you go. Love it.
Yes.
Love it, love it, love it. Appreciate it. TP. Okay. Who has not commented yet?
I haven't.
Okay, go.
I haven't commented.
Go ahead, Radar Charles. Are you sure you can see?
Yeah, I am now. I can see now. I had a lot of confetti in my eye from what was it? Oh, I think it was September the 16th when
NC Central beat A&T.
Oh, yeah, confetti.
That was
yeah.
huge. I had a lot of confetti in my eye.
Wow.
I couldn't see the A&T fans after the clock struck 12. And the game was over.
Listeners, are y'all noticing a pattern, a theme here?
Yeah.
I mean, anybody that beats A&T, because you got the Elon shirt on, and now he's talking about Central,
Like,
so it's like
what,
anybody
next
that
week
beat
he's gonna
A&T.
talk about whoever they lose to next
I
week.
know.
I've been working on that grounds crew ever since we had that big win on last Saturday against A&T. I've been volunteering with their grounds crew.
I say, man, that was a good win last week, wasn't it? That was really pivotal.
That was really pivotal.
I said, did you see that guy Aggie P in the stands?
This guy's a hater. That's what TP always calls him.
A&T being 0-3.
Enjoy yourself.
Enjoying myself. Thank you, sir.
They'll be better
one more
next
second. I won't be before you long. This is pivotal, Aggie P, because Big T, because this is the second year in a row that A&T has started off 0-3.
So that's your favorite sports moment?
That's my favorite sports moment. When my rival, my arch rival's rival is 0-3.
That is so
I don't care if
bad.
they run the tables right now, but they 0-3 right now.
That's his favorite
My
sports
A1C
moment.
is good. My cholesterol is down. Life is good.
Your triglycerides.
My triglycerides.
Yeah,
That's your favorite sports moment.
But man, it's
just those 3 weeks.
I had a private parade just because of the 0-3. Not many people showed up, but it was just the fact that you know what, you got to start somewhere.
Those 3 weeks.
That's your favorite.
I
was on cloud 9.
Okay, all right.
Yes.
Hey,
it just gets me so much that he just sits up there and talks so much.
He just love it,
knowing that he had a son. Knowing that he had a son and talked so much about the proud moment he had at A&T when his son graduated,
then talk all that
and
trash.
just forgot all about that and the support. I mean,
he's a
that's
hater.
why I called him a traitor.
Yep, he's a
That's
hater.
why I called him a traitor.
Pardon the scales on my eyes, but I'm enjoying it.
Hey,
You can enjoy it, but just remember that you want people to support your NFL team. It's all right.
All right.
Hey, my
Talking
favorite.
for Fun said, Radar should be. She said Radar should be in the timeout chair.
That's right.
Yeah, who's this NFL
Talking for
team?
Fun on social
spin
media
around-
said Radar should be in the
Spin around and face the wall like you do sometimes.
That's right.
Hey, TP should troll him every week the Packers lose.
Yeah, hey.
It's gonna happen a lot this year.
I don't know. Love's pretty good.
They're gonna lose about 7 games.
Listen up,
Worry
y'all.
about your defense.
My favorite sports moment is watching the SEC struggle.
Me too.
And the ACC. Hey, we got 5-3 no. How many? We got
a lot.
7 3-0 teams.
Yeah.
And another one that's 2-1. And I think 5 that are ranked, 4 or 5 that are ranked
in the top.
So the SEC getting beat up by all these teams. Alabama done dropped out of the top 10 for the first time in 120 something weeks.
Yeah, it's been for
That's a big move.
120 something
That's a
weeks.
lot.
Transfer portal.
The transfer
That
portal. Eat them up.
That portal is hurting them, man.
Hey, and they don't have a quarterback, man. He going through everybody. Hey, Aggie P, he would call you in to play quarterback if you was in the stands. Hey, listen up, everybody. You can catch us every week online at WLJFradio.com. Be sure to click the Listen Live tab when you get there. You can catch us on YouTube at the Love and Faith Radio YouTube channel. Be sure to like, share, subscribe every Thursday night at 7 p.m. And you can download the 100.7 WLJF app. It's available both on Google Play and in the iTunes Store. When we come back, we're going to wrap this thing up. You're listening to the first ever Shoot the Breeze edition of The Cross.
Hey.
WLJF programming is supported by New Beginnings Christian Bookstore with best-selling authors and artists, Bibles, gifts, and homeschool materials, building relationships, enhancing lives through Christian products. New Beginnings Christian Bookstore, located at 4344 Blackberry Road in Greensboro. For more information, call 336-632-0205 or visit www.newbeginningbook.com. Support for WLJF programming is provided by Love and Faith Christian Fellowship, equipping the saints to do the work of ministry. Love and Faith Christian Fellowship, one church in 2 locations, in Kernersville at 521 Cinema Drive and in Greensboro at 4344 Blackberry Road. For more information, call 336-632-0205 or visit www.loveandfaith.org.
Hello, this is Brother Sowell.
And I'm Kim Sowell.
And we're excited to announce that we'll be hosting a radio show entitled Marriage So Well on WLJF Radio 100.7, where we'll be discussing all things marriage to help strengthen our marriages and to build loving homes through the Word of God.
So we want you to please join us on Wednesdays at 11 a.m. and help us to build a community of couples who are exemplifying marriage so well.
The Blessed Table Food Pantry, open Tuesdays through Fridays from 10 a.m. until 1. $100 worth of food per visit. The Blessed Table Food Pantry, located at 3210 Summit Avenue in Greensboro. For more information, call 336-333-2266. That's 336-333-2266.
It's time now for the crossover wrap-up report. Let's send it back to the Tunnel Crew.
Hey, a couple of quick mentions real quick before we get into our wrap-up. Michigan State had announced that they were firing head coach Mel Tucker. He's terminated because of sexual misconduct charge that was raised against him back in December. And they've been doing an investigation all this time, and they finally come to the conclusion that, he did enough to warrant being fired. So they said they fired him for cause, what they call it. And for those who don't know, he was in conversations with a rape victim, conversations that probably weren't too kosher.
They weren't PG-13.
Yeah, they weren't. Yeah. And he said, hey, we're consenting adults.
Yeah, he said
but
it was
the school
consensual.
didn't see it that way. The school said, get out of here.
You were in the office? You're fired.
Get out of here.
You're done.
And then, as Stats mentioned earlier, it was announced today, right before we went on the air, that Trayvon Diggs out for the season with an ACL tear, so that's big. All right, let's jump into our wrap-up, and we'll look at the standings, because we've been off for, like I said, 3 weeks. So the results are from 3 weeks ago. And back then we picked, I think, some college games and the NFL Week 1, and we had our NFL Pick 3 for Week 2. That started us off on that. Refreshing everybody. You pick a team, that's it. You can't use them again. Win or lose, they're gone. You got a stable of 30 teams, and once you use them all, that's it. You can't pick them again.
Don't pick the Broncos.
I just want to go on record, Big T. I don't like that.
You don't like it?
No.
You think if they win, you should be able to keep them in the stable?
Right, man. You're making us work too hard, Big T.
Hey, how else would teams like the Texans and
right
teams like the Texans and the Colts get picked unless we do it like this?
Teams need love too.
That's right. That's
wow.
right.
Oh,
you should make a shirt out of that.
All right. So the results from the last show went like this. Radar went 5-3. And this dude went 3-0 in the NFL Pick 3. He went 3-0.
Good.
Then you got a log jam at second. Me, Birdman, Bromel, and Rooftop all went 4-4. And I went 3-0. Birdman went 3-0. Bromel went 3-0 in the NFL Pick 3. Rooftop went 2-1. And then we got a tie for third place with Aggie P, Stats, and the Queen TP. And Aggie P, they all went 3-5. Aggie P went 2-1 in the NFL Pick 3. Stats went 3-0 in the NFL Pick 3, and TP went 2-1 in the NFL Pick 3. So guess what? Nobody went 1-2. Nobody went 0-3. So it shows you once again how good the Tunnel Crew is. We all went either 3-0 or 2-1.
Absolutely.
I mean, that's pretty good. All right, so the overall standings look like this. I'm on top with 118 wins. Aggie P is next with 117.
All right.
Bromel, 116 is third. Birdman has 113. He's fourth. That would be your playoff participants if the playoffs started today, but thank goodness they don't. We got some work to do.
Yes.
TP is next up. She is closing the gap. Remember, she was like 7 games behind at one point. 3 games back. She's breathing down your neck, Bird.
I keep winning.
And you right?
I keep winning. She was at 2 games. Remember that last time? I brought her down to 3.
Oh, okay.
That's right, Aggie.
Boy, he talking trash.
Boy, he talking it. He talking.
Hey,
Ain't nobody paying no attention to the young buck. Ain't nobody paying attention to him.
Your time is over. My time is now.
All wet behind the ear.
Hey, and then Radar, he's got 109 wins. He's 4 games back, so he's not too far back either. Then Stats, 101 wins. Man, Stats, man, you got some work to do, man.
Hey,
You
look,
12 games
wins.
back.
I'll take the over 500. If I finish with a winning record, it's a win.
You're good. Okay.
Last year I had a losing record.
Okay, there you go.
All right.
And you know, oh, by the way, just a reminder to everybody, guess who won the NFL Pick 3 last year? You remember who won?
Stats.
He went 20 and 10. Stats went 20 and 10.
I suck in the other parts of the year. That's why.
And he's off to a 3-0 start
why I'm
this
so
year.
bad.
And then
Good at
Rooftop
football.
has got 35 wins. He's 35 and 28. He's too far out. He joined us late, so he get no chance of making the playoffs. So no need to even put the how many behind he is.
Right,
that's
right,
why
never mind.
Bird got the TBA up
TBA.
there. To be announced. You know what? You can take that down.
I will next week.
All right, so the games for this week, we went heavy on the college. Everybody's got to pick their NFL pick 3, of course, and then we went heavy on the college. Number 4, Florida State at Clemson. Number 22, UCLA at number 11, Utah. Number 15, Ole Miss at number 13, Bama. They're going to be mad because they fell out of the top 10. Number 19, Deion's Colorado Buffaloes at number 10, Oregon. And number 6, Ohio State at number 9, Notre Dame.
Go Irish.
And like I said, plus your NFL pick 3. I'll lead us off here. I took Utah, Alabama, Notre Dame. And for my NFL pick 3, I took the Jags, the Chiefs, and the Seahawks. Next, Aggie P.
Yes, sir. I took Florida State, Utah, Oregon. And for my pick 3, I took the Jaguars, Seahawks, and the Rams.
Man, he said that with authority, so you think Deion in trouble.
Well, I think Travis Hunter, man.
Yeah, that's a big loss.
Yeah, that's a big loss there. We'll see. We'll see.
Hey, they three touchdown underdogs.
Yeah.
I think it's going to be closer than that,
Right.
even if they lose.
Me too.
Next up, we got Bromell. I'll read his. He's got Florida State, Ole Miss, Notre Dame. His NFL pick 3, the 49ers, the Lions, and the Jaguars. Bird.
I got FSU, UCLA, Colorado, and for my pick 3, I got the 49ers, the Falcons, and the Vikings.
UCLA?
Yeah, he got the UCLA.
Ew.
I thought that was your pick.
Next up, we got the Queen.
What the? How's she
I'm gonna have
going
you
before
read
me
that
and I
for me
went
because I can't.
Okay, I got you, Queen. All right, so she is taking Florida State, Utah, Ohio State, the Buckeyes to beat Notre Dame, and her NFL pick 3. She's got the Falcons, my Dolphins, and and Stats Cowboys.
You're playing the Cardinals.
There you go. There you go.
That's
Like
easy.
it. Radar.
First of all, I want to know how she get the pick for me, and I went 3-0 this week.
Hey, brother.
Listen, when
you
the standards
talked a lot of
come out,
trash.
you just...
Hey, that's
Of
karma.
course, you have on an Elon shirt.
You talk a lot of trash, so you gotta
Coach
wait your
Pfeiffer
turn.
doesn't show no favoritism with
Thank
the
you,
PowerPoint.
thank you,
so-
Coach Piper.
You gotta wait your turn.
Thank you, Birdman Kuiper.
Ladies first, as they say.
Anywho, thank you, sir. FSU, Oregon over Colorado. As much as I hate to say that, I'm with Aggie P. Notre Dame. And for my NFL pick 3, I'm going Jaguars.
Jaguars.
And then Seahawks and the Rams.
Hey, let's see if we can make the Rams. The Rams.
The Rams.
All right.
Like you said,
Oh, no.
Stats.
All right. I'm going to take Clemson. I think FSU's on their high horse about to get knocked off. It's going to be ugly. I'm going to take Alabama and a bounce back against Ole Miss because Ole Miss is Ole Miss. I'm going to take Notre Dame because Ohio State doesn't have a good quarterback this year. And Sam Hartman is the guy.
Okay.
I'm going to take the Lions, the Texans, because C.J. Stroud has to win at some point. And I'm taking the Panthers because they can't lose every game.
At Seattle?
Seattle, sorry. They can beat them.
Okay. All right.
Huh?
Okay. Hey, I'll read Rooftops. He's taking Florida State, Utah,
play
Alabama, and his NFL pick 3, he's taking Birds, Eagles. He's taking the Chiefs, and he's taking the 49ers.
I hope to do you proud, Rooftop. I don't know.
49ers.
Go Giants.
All right, and I think that's it, ain't it? That's everybody, right?
That's everybody.
All right, well, now it's time for our shout-out. So shut up and play candidate. We'll start with you, TP.
I want to give a shout out to Jatrin. Jatrin is getting a stem cell transplant as we speak for cancer. So shout out to her. Everybody be in prayer for her, please.
Yeah.
She's 31.
Okay. Thank you, TP. Appreciate that. Aggie P.
For you, Radar. Shout out to Tariq Cohen. Back in NFL.
That's right.
With the Carolina Panthers.
With the Panthers.
Yeah, that's right. I said it.
With the Panthers.
Can they block for him? Can they block for him?
All right, Bird.
Shout out to y'all for a great show.
There you go, Radar.
Shout out to those 0-3 Aggies.
Dodgers, 10th year divisional champions.
There you go. Hey, my shout out is to Mike McDaniels, my coach. Creativity inspiring the boys. All right, for Birdman. For the Queen.
Blessings.
For Aggie P.
No weapon.
For Radar.
Narrow is Elon.
Yeah, for Stats.
Stats don't lie.
I'm your man, Big T, sign up and say, no matter where y'all, look up, know that the creator's there. Until next time, see ya. You might want to be.
That's all we have for you today. So be sure to join us next week for The Crossover. And remember, the Tunnel Crew don't play unless we have something to say.
WLJF-FM, Greensboro.
Support for WLJF programming is provided by Love and Faith Christian Fellowship, equipping the saints to do the work of ministry. Love and Faith Christian Fellowship, one church in 2 locations, in Kernersville at 521 Cinema Drive and in Greensboro at 4344 Blackberry Road. For more information, call 336-632-0205 or visit www.loveandfaith.org.
This is Crystal